Hi, everybody. Karen Roby here. We're going to be joined by Danny Palmer, who's telling us more about a recent study that unfortunately proves once again that our medical information just may not be safe.
Well, this new report from cybersecurity company CyberMDX examined how hospitals are vulnerable to cyber attacks, and one of the key things that they found is affecting medical devices is the vulnerability Bluekeep, which was uncovered last year, a particularly um, prolific or powerful worm which can move between Windows 7 systems with a lot of speed. It was compared to Eternal Blue, the vulnerability which powered the WannaCry attack, and we saw the damage that did a few years ago. But it turns out that despite the warnings about this from organizations like the National Cybersecurity Agency in the UK, the NSA in the United States, a lot of these devices remain and vulnerable to this, remain unpatched. The research found that 22% of all Windows devices potentially vulnerable to this vulnerability in hospitals were still vulnerable to it, had not been patched, and that rises up to 44% for medical devices, which can be anything from X-ray machines to monitors to all the things that are needed for patient care. So the idea of a cyber attack being able to impact these is quite worrying when you think about it.
Really scary stuff here, Danny. And the obvious question, of course, is what can be done?
The simplest thing which can be done here is patch these systems. The National Security Agency put out this warning last year as an urgent warning. It was quite unprecedented at the time for the body to say, hey, look, here's this vulnerability. You need to patch against this right now. The patch was released in May last year. So the best thing to do would be to update these systems to make sure that they are protected against this attack. Of course, with medical devices, it is more difficult to update systems because the way hospitals run, there's some systems you just can't take offline given the 24/7 need for patient care. What is suggested in these cases and where devices really can't be updated is to segregate them from the rest of the network. So have them all on their own special system, which means that if in the terrible event that a device is compromised, a medical device is compromised, let's say, the attackers can't use that as a gateway to get through to other systems in the hospital. So, as we've seen in recent years, hospitals have become quite common victims in the United States for ransomware attacks. And here in the UK, the National Health Service was one of the biggest victims of the WannaCry ransomware attack when that happened. And arguably, that happened because organizations hadn't applied a patch they were told they should have applied critically with urgency. So the best way to avoid falling victim to any attacks that you're exploiting Bluekeep is to make sure your systems are patched and up to date. I suppose, if possible, a better thing would be to use systems which aren't vulnerable to it, because Bluekeep goes after Windows 7. More recent operating systems aren't as vulnerable to it, if at all. So migrating away to more recent versions of the operating system is also a good way to protect against this particular type of attack.
All right, Danny, if you want to learn more about that study and Danny's full article, you can find all of that and much more on ZDNet.